Good morning and welcome to our daily update on the UK general election and what it might mean for the markets. It's obviously going to be the big market mover when it comes. At the moment, sterling tracking its range as it has been around that 128 to 130 level. It's been stuck in, going back some time. If we stretch it all the way back to October, middle of October, beginning of October. So the pound's still in that range. It's a bit weaker today. I touched 129 yesterday against the US dollar, around 128.50 today. Touch of softness. The FTSE 250 is up around 0.4%. Just keeps on marching higher. Sentiment, confidence in the UK economy growing according to that barometer. The FTSE 100, which enjoyed a very good day yesterday, is also up just a shade this morning. I guess a touch of pound weakness there might just be helping the blue chip index. So where are we with the election? At the moment, the biggest news overnight has been the commentary from the chief rabbi attacking Labour for alleged anti-Semitism. That's the main talking point today. We've also had some fresh polling data out today. The Conservatives tracking, according to Kantar, the Conservatives tracking at 43%. That's down two points. Labour at 32%. That's up 5 points according to them. Lib Dems 14%, down 2. Greens and Brexit on 4 and 3% respectively. Prior to that, before that poll came out, the nowcast model for the 25th of November had suggested Conservatives taking 347 seats with around 42% of the vote. That would enable them to have that clear majority in Parliament, but that was down 10 seats from before. Labour on 214 seats, up 15 seats. So polling at the moment, all the data tends to be pointing towards the Conservatives gaining a majority. But we do need to factor in that polling data can be, there is a big margin for error, particularly because traditional party lines have been broken down and people are split on Brexit as well as on economic and social issues. So at the moment, looking good for the Conservatives, but we continue to monitor the situation, of course. And today, a letter in the Financial Times from a number of economists and academics backing Labour spending proposals. So a bit of a boost there for Labour, but that seems to be drowned out today, at least, by the row over the chief rabbi's comments. As I say, pound continues to track 128.50, a bit weaker on the day. We can just draw down. We can see these sort of candles just marching a bit lower on the hourly chart, just starting to test this sort of support area here that we touched on yesterday, and then this sort of level here around 128.20. So we could see 128.20 towards the lower end of the range touched before potentially starting to look at a bounce higher. I think this 128 to 130 range, we talked about it weeks ago as being the range for the pound going into the election. As we approach the election, though, there's potential for breakouts because the polling data will start to be a bit more concrete, and I think, by and large, people have made up their minds, certainly in the run-up to the election, probably a week before the election. There's not too many floating voters this time around, so I think that could just cement opinion ahead going into the election. So today's news very much that latest poll showing Labour maybe doing a bit better, but broadly speaking, Conservatives still looking good for that outright majority. We'll be back later on. We've got Walk on Wall Street at 1, and Phil Carr, as ever, is going to be here. His Tuesday slots on gold and oil. Do send your questions in, x-ray@markets.com, and Phil will answer them for you. Thanks for watching.